This is the MGM 1 month overview reading for November 2022. It's currently October 20th, 2022, 5:38 p.m. Eastern Time. The current price of MGM at the time of this reading in extended hours is at $32.46. We originally started recommending the MGM at $14 back in 2020. We might as well take a look at the accuracy here, right? So with the 1 years, you got to give it a little leeway. Two weeks off in either direction, I'd still consider it relatively accurate. We have a high here in mid-February. Looks like we have it marked in March, and a low here as well. Well, you could say there's a low here. It's like right on the edge here, really. But a low and a high both within this close proximity. And then we do another thing on the April. We do another kind of like low and high, and you can see we have a low. When we come back, it's not as high as the previous, but the overall trend direction here is a decline that increases with momentum moving forward in time. So, we would see lower highs. Makes sense. Then in May, we go into lows. There's a low in May. We have more lows in June. There's a low in June. More lows in July. Maybe not the same low, but I'd say there's still a pretty solid low in there. Almost revisit the last one. And then we have a crest or high, prominent high here in October. Sorry, in September. You can see this prominent August as well, but trade opportunity in there. Also, this price level here could easily be that unicursal price level, and you can see there's been quite a bit of opportunity on the downside to trade in the early part of August. And then we break down through a support level that we recently broken down through. That's the Hermit card off the high. And then we've got that high, another high here in September. So with that said, we should see lows. We should see some more lows in MGM into the end of the year, my friends. But this is a pretty solid reading, especially for 1 year. It's pretty solid. All right, guys. So MGM in November, we have a decline that increases with momentum moving forward in time. Matter of fact, that MGM reading right here was created on July 17th, 2021. Updated on August 1st, i.e. I put in the markups on August 1st of 2022. That's probably the markups, but it was created. The original photo with the reading was done on July 17th. The November one, September 3rd. And so this decline that increases with momentum moving forward into the month, there's a couple of points. Moments in the month where we have a sharp incline, a big push higher. There's actually two of them. They stand out, but we'll get into that. Behavior on the high. We have a high that stands out. It's like a new local high. So like not the highest high, but it'll be a prominent high standing out on a like a year-to-date chart probably, and we move higher through it and then fall back down, stay above it briefly and fall back down to the same price level shortly thereafter. That's the behavior on the highest high for November. The behavior on the lowest low, we have a decline to and through a support level and meet another support level. We move around that support level sideways, bouncing along it for a bit, and then we break down through multiple support levels. I'm advised not to expect too much on as far as the low goes, so there may be a point where it's like, oh, this is going to go super low, and it doesn't. And it's mixed with the beginning of a rally. Matter of fact, the beginning of a rally. So interesting, and it looks like this could be the beginning of a rally. Looks like the high correlation for November. We don't have a high correlation on the timeline. Sometimes that happens, but we do have a high correlation for December, meaning that we'll have a higher high in December than we do in November. Okay, so let's get into it. We come off of a crest into the first. There's sideways. There's some volatility and a resistance level that's highlighted on the first. The resistance level offers a good mean point for a straddle or strangle to play both sides of the market. And then we have a crest at the beginning of the day and a sharp decline. A crest in the beginning of the day on the second with a sharp decline that increases with momentum moving forward in time. There's two swing trade opportunities in there. In the the midst of some sideways fluctuations with a bearish trend that precedes a rally, there's some swing trades in there. And the swing trades, one of them involves a sharp decline through multiple support levels on at least a one-day chart, and the other one involves a period of volatility that ends with a fast sudden move higher on the scale of the one-day chart. I'm advised not to. There's a significant drop here, guys. Unicursal energy here, significant drop, and I'm advised not to start any new positions there. On the 3rd, we have a resistance level highlighted in, a key resistance level highlighted, and volatility. Once we touch that resistance level, volatility increases. There's a brief high there between the 3rd and the 4th. Somewhere there's a brief peak, I should say, that's easily missed, and from that peak we fall pretty hard through multiple support levels on a 1-month chart. Gap up most likely on the 7th, morning of the 7th. There's bullish price swings throughout the day and a prominent crest late morning. The completion of a bullish trend on the 8th, and there's a significant amount of price movement, it looks like, off of the high. The high on the 8th, the day's high on the 8th. There may be a crest there for the month, but there's definite amount of price movement there on the 8th. A lot of price movement or price change is covered, or like ground is covered as far as price change. On the 9th, there's 3 swing trade opportunities, so this is a pretty significant day. There's a merger or acquisition of some kind that may be highlighted, either that or an agreement between 2 leaders that impacts the company. And the 3 swing trades, one of them involves multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance on a 1-day chart. The other one involves a period of volatility that ends with a fast sudden move higher. Another one involves resistance level with some jagged, spiky behavior below it, and multiple headwinds pushing shares lower. And it looks like we have a prominent trough that'll stand out here on the 10th. It may be like it's like the first low, I'd say, first major low for the month there, or prominent low for the month, I should say, on the 10th. And there's a significant drop there, a decline that increases with the momentum moving forward in time. And then the following day, it looks like we open with a crest, or early in the day, there's a crest, a month's crest or high there. When we sell from we sell from an overbought crest or peak there on the 11th. On the 12th, there's an important support level highlighted on the scale of a 1-month chart. It increases with bearish momentum as we move forward into the day. However, the following day, there's a rally that increases with momentum moving forward in time. And it looks like that's the first correlation to the sun card there, so that should be a significant move higher. On the 16th, there's a decline. And then at the end, a decline into a trough or low, either there on the 16th or the 17th. But out of the decline towards the end of the day on the 16th, there's a fast sudden move higher, marking the end of the day's decline. A lot of ground is covered to the upside there at the end of the day or overnight. And on the 17th, there's a resistance level that successfully turned into support. On the 18th, we move significantly higher. It would stand out on a 1-month chart, but it's matched by a decline that increases with momentum moving forward in time. And it looks like we have another trough, maybe not as low as the one on the 16th, 17th, but another prominent lower trough here at the end of the day on the 18th. On the 21st, we have three pokes through the same price level, followed by a sharp decline off of the 3rd poke, and then on the 22nd, there's another prominent crest or high for the month that'll stand out. Probably a prominent crest there, and it forms when there's a fast sudden move to the upside. On the 23rd, we have another correlation to a significant drop, or the unicursal there, and there are multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance, followed by a notable drop there to a key support level. It may be Well, and there's 4 swing trade opportunities there as well. But let me back up. There was a swing trade opportunity on the 17th in the midst of that sharp decline. And the swing trade opportunity involves a decline through multiple support levels on at least a one-day chart. Now back to the 23rd, the 4 swing trades here. One involves a resistance level with some jagged back and forth behavior below it, and multiple headwinds. Another of the swing trades involves a decline through multiple support levels on a one-day chart at least. Another one involves a period of volatility that ends with a fast sudden move higher on a one-day chart. And then the other one involves multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance. We have our second of the 2 strongest moves of the month to the upside here on the 24th, and another prominent crest or peak here at the end of the day on the 24th. We attempt to establish support there on the 25th. We could call that the works price level. On the 28th, there's a significant move. Either we fully retrace the move from the 21st that brought us up high, or we have a move to the upside on the 20th followed by a full retracement on the 28th back down. My sense is that it's probably a full retracement of the move on the 19th, because the following day we have a decline down to a month's low. That's most likely the month's low. Either that, if that's not, then probably the 17th. However, I think probably the 29th is the month's low. There's another correlation there to a decline that increases with momentum moving forward in time. And in the midst of that decline, there's an opportunity to open up a long position. And that would be on the scale of like maybe it's wanting to sell that next month in December, based on the fact that we have this correlation to the same high or a higher high than we have in November. Probably a higher high is my sense. And that's MGM for November 2022. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and most importantly, my friends, follow that rule of karma. I got to tell you guys, we are so close to monetizing this YouTube channel, but we have run out of funding. The end of October, our funding is gone. We do need your support in order to keep this channel rolling how it's been. We really are counting on our subscribers. I know y'all are making money, so follow that rule of karma, and that'll help us continue to go and do this as full force as we're doing it. And I'm much appreciated to all my supporters, guys. We've come so long in the last 365 days. It's insane. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.